Hello again everyone, Age of Dune here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. Going to be doing a solo player Shoutcast this time. It's been a really long time since I've done one of those, so I wanted to go ahead and do one of those. I did choose Rek'Sai here, going to be played by Cloud9's Meteos. I wanted to cast this. I wanted to do a Rek'Sai game, of course, because I haven't done one of her at all. So I went ahead and just looked on LoL King, saw who recently played Rek'Sai, and then I saw that Meteos had played a game as Rek'Sai. Heck yeah, I want to do that. He is, one of the best junglers in NA. Some would say the best, given the fact that his team is almost always on the top level. Either one or two, every season. So definitely wanted to cast a game with him in it, and that's what we're going to do. Understandably, starts, not going to be different. Always going to start with that. I don't normally like to do jungler single-player shoutcasts, but at the same time, maybe I really should. Oh, whoa. I hate how it does that. What the heck? Yeah, for whatever reason, it just jumps. I really don't like that, but LoL King games always do that, and I never understand why, but they just suddenly jump way the heck forward. Oh, hey, actually I am doing it. Alright, so we had a bit of an engagement here. I don't think anybody died, though, from what I saw. The red team came in for an invade, but they didn't actually get any kills out of it. Just a lot of damage for both sides there, which is kind of interesting. Meteos put down to right about half. Everybody's going to have time to go back and heal, though. Oh, unless somebody gets pulled. Continuing team fight here, so I don't want to... Oh, gets chunked. Fabi gets chunked. Not really going to matter all that much, though. Both teams need to go back. Oh, again, interrupting that back. Fabi's going to end up being late soon if he doesn't hurry up. He's got a decent amount of time, though. He should be fine. Blitzcrank trying to do the same. Not going to happen, though, this time. So, all in all, just a lot of damage between both. Flash blown by Blitzcrank. Ignite blown by Thresh. Flash also blown by Lissandra, so she's going to have a pretty tough time. I have a feeling we're probably going to see Meteos come on up here and assist the Lissandra a little bit off the bat, because otherwise she's going to have a pretty tough time. She's going to have to play very cautious right now, and it's always unfortunate. Going to be starting the Gromp. I mean, that's not really surprising at all. Zion Spartan coming around here, possibly wanting to try to steal it. Oh, he does steal it too. He gets it with that spear, and that is going to hurt Meteos big time. So I'm really glad I cast this game now, because I want to see how he comes back from this, because a lot of times, something like that, that's going to completely mess up your game, because he doesn't have that XP. He used his smite, and all in all, he's forced to play a lot harder now. Nidalee also came on down there and forced him to back off from the blue buff. Did not reset the blue buff, though, so he's not going to be too far back. But he is still level 2 here when he should be a little higher. So let's see how it ends up happening. He has already burned through both of his pots because of that engagement as well. So all in all, things not looking so hot for Meteos. He's probably not at all happy with this, but in he comes now. He did go ahead, skill up, burrow, unburrow first, which does give him that little pop-up there. Does not have health potions here. He's got to watch out or he's going to go down to this. He is actually surviving it, though. Should be able to survive. There's the pop-up, and down goes red buff. He's going to be fine. All right, so what he did first, of course, was the Queen's Wrath, I believe. First blood coming out there from that top lane. Actually, I do want to see this really quick. We're at 327. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what exactly he skilled up first. Yeah, he did. I was right. He did that first. There's that again. That was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Nicely done by Nidalee, though. Alright, so we're going to continue following him here. He's going to head back. I can't say I blame him. Does not want to die. And like I mentioned earlier, Lissandra's going to have that rough time top. So I still expect to see Meteos camp the top lane some. At the same time, though, he's also got to factor in the fact that now Lissandra's 2 levels behind. So if he does go up there, and since he's so far behind, she could actually possibly get a double kill. So he's got to really factor that in when he decides to go for it. For right now, gonna have to farm the jungle up. He's so far behind from that early attack there by Nidalee, just stealing it with that spear, that he's not going to be able to do anything at all. That actually was a huge part of what just happened as well. Because she did, of course, get that early level 2 compared to Lysandra, which allowed her to bully him off. And all in all, just not looking good there at all for them. I'm going to go ahead and put everybody in the proper order here. While we're following Meteos around, just go ahead and take a look at it. I like that, by the way. Alright, so we've got Mr. Carter playing as Lysandra. Out comes the first tunnel of the game. Actually going to go for an invade here. Nope, just kidding. Coming in for a gank. Is going to get picked up by that ward, though. And these guys are not going to be going for it. It does get picked up by his the passive given to him from smiting the wraiths, though. So he is able to take that out. Walks away and comes right back in. So I don't think that the red team knows about this. Thresh completely misses the hook there. And Meteos is still hanging around, though. Out he comes there. Fabi going in, doing some damage. Not much of a response here, though. Not able to do much at all. And Meteos is going to be forced to back off without getting anything out of that. Meantime, Jarvan's actually stealing his jungle, so that's definitely a bit unfortunate there for him. Definitely unfortunate. Currently 1-1-1 on his skills here. It's not actually started maxing one yet, but we'll probably see that fairly soonish. If we look at his items here, he did go ahead and go for that Stalker's Blade first. Not really too surprising, getting that extra magic damage, and then of course the reducing their movement speed. I almost always see that one anymore. Ooh, engagement going on down there. It did have a gank coming in here from the Jarvan. Gets popped up by Meteos, though. In goes Riven, gets the stun off. Rux forced to flash. Aphromoo trying his best to get out. He is going to live through this, but he took a lot of damage as well. So did Pikachu, though. So all in all, probably came out to about even for the mid lane, but Meteos is hanging around just to zone him. In he goes, lands the pop-up on Aphromoo. Flash, stun from Pikachu, and that Aphromoo is dead. Nicely done there by Meteos, getting in there, landing that pop-up, allowing Riven to go ahead and finish him off there. Very nicely done indeed. Gonna go ahead and head back, of course. Things really aren't looking so hot so far for his team. They're only 100 gold behind, but still it's 2-3 for the moment. But that is by no means an insurmountable lead. They can easily come back from this with no problem whatsoever. He went ahead, got the double longsword here. I don't really know what items they often go for. We may see something like a brutalizer. That would probably be my guess, actually, get that cooldown reduction. We'll have to see what ends up happening there. Already getting his tunnels set up, too. Already getting those tunnels set up. Alright, so while we're following along, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the people some more. We've got Zion Spartan playing as the Nidalee, who is currently wrecking poor Mr. Carter. The mid lane, we've got YY90001 Pikachu. Alrighty. Versus Aphromoo, played by Ari. And then, of course, Riven versus Aphromoo. Got a gank coming in here from Blitzcrank. Well, currently, let's go see that. Did get pulled, and Pikachu going down. Rest in peace, Pikachu. That ward does get picked up, but Meteos not going to go for it, actually. He's going to go ahead and back off. He knows that these guys are a little too close to him. If he did go for the ward, he'd probably end up going down. Now he's going to go across. Still going to get picked up by that ward. He knew it, but it's better than dying to them. And now he's going to go ahead and grab up all this CS. And that's actually going to help him quite a bit, because, of course, he was pretty far behind in XP. But at the same time, if you look at Jarvan, he's actually not behind at all in XP. Somehow he's actually 2 levels ahead. And he goes straight for that. He is going for a gank on Sivir, who did go for Thresh. She's now going for Draven. In goes Meteos, though, lands that smite. And Sivir's having a really rough time. Down she goes to Draven. I really hate how much louder that game sound is, though. Every other sound is considerably quieter than that. Hopefully I have my settings okay, that's not a terrible thing, but if it is, I'm sorry, guys. That is really loud. Back to farming the jungle for him, though. Jarvan, it appears Jarvan really hasn't got too much off. I mean, he is somehow 0-1-0 because of that gank in the mid lane. He tried to come in for a gank there, and all it did was get him dead. And he is currently nearly 2 levels behind. So he's really trying to catch up here, but it's not going well for him at all. I believe we've done both of those. Fabi is playing as Draven. Fabi, of course, a favorite of many people out there, versus Hoofspark playing as the Sivir. We've got Thresh played by Skoro, which may or may not be Scar. Riven just died again, unfortunately. She's having a pretty tough time versus Ahri here. And then we've got Bam Salma playing as the Blitzcrank. I've never seen that name before. That's a new one. And then finally, we've got C10 Meteos, which is actually C9 Meteos, Cloud9, as the Rek'Sai versus Jarvan IV, played by Rux. Used to be a member of Curse long ago. Anymore, I'm really not sure what exactly happened to him. I think he did some time on Curse Academy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's not on anything right now, but I could be wrong. Actually, I could easily check that while we're following Meteos around here, just to make sure, because I know he was on a challenger team recently, but I don't think it was on one of the ones that made it in, was it? Oh, he was on Final 5. Was on Final 5. Alrighty then. So, Meteos again getting this XP. We do have a gank coming down here from Ahri. Looks like the Riven actually a little dangerous. Fabi goes in, and we see Meteos on his way down. Got an engagement here. Lots of fighting all around. Both teams have people coming in. In comes Meteos, and there we go. Lands the pop. Actually, it's not landing the pop up yet. But Hoofspartan getting low. Down he goes. Zion Spartan flashes in, but he's the only one here. Gets frozen up. He's going to go down. And that's actually an ace there for the blue team. Meteos coming in there to clean up fairly late on, but he did end up helping out there. He is now 3-0-2 and still has not turned those double longswords really into anything at all. Still just has a Stalker's Blade, which is kind of surprising to me. But should have some gold now. Yeah, he's at 2,500 almost, so he's definitely going to be able to do something with it. And we will see very shortly what that is. He also, I believe, has his ult up. He does indeed have his ult up. So if he wants to go for a gank, he actually can. I don't think he is right now, though, as everybody was just dead. And he knows that going for any sort of gank at the moment probably wouldn't end up working out, as pretty much, you know, nobody's there. If you notice that he has not actually set up any tunnels up here in the top lane, so I was definitely wrong about him camping top lane. I thought he was going to go ahead and do so, but it looks like he's gone ahead and let Lissandra fend for herself. And honestly, she hasn't done too bad for herself. She's currently 0-1-3, finally going to set up his first tunnel up here, and may end up going for a gank here. Yeah, there we go. In they go. There's the lockup. She gets popped up. Zion Spartan is dead, and the kill actually goes there to Meteos. Jarvan's here to answer, but it's a little too late, so any answer from him would just get him dead. The Riven thinking about coming up. Looks like she's probably going for the little guy. She is indeed. Poor little crab guy. Poor little crab guy. But these guys, gonna go ahead and shove this forward, make that Nidalee miss some CS here, get some damage on the tower, possibly take it down. And it looks like Meteos is actually coming in for a gank here onto Rux, forces Rux back, and he's going to be able to steal this. There we go, in it goes. He actually could go for that, lands the Q onto Rux. Rux is going to get out of it, though. He's not going to have a problem escaping this. Meteos walking back up here, and they're actually hanging out in this bush here. If Nidalee isn't careful, she could end up getting ganked by a Lissandra Rek'Sai combo, and that's exactly what's going to happen. There we go. Sandra goes in, Rek'Sai goes in. Little too early, though. Zion Spartan able to walk away with no problem. And did not end up going down to that at all. Now she goes ahead, crushes those. And, going for Meteos here. Did a lot of damage really fast. Spear does not end up landing, though. And Meteos is just trying to escape. If he needs to, he has his ult. Doesn't look like that's going to be necessary, though. Pull comes out from Blitzcrank, and now Lissandra is in a lot of trouble. She's going down here. Ends up going down to Nidalee. And Blitzcrank, interestingly, decided to go ahead and tower dive this. In goes the Jarvan. Meteos just says, I'm out. And he is indeed out, but he is so slow for the moment, trying to dodge Rux. It does not end up happening. Finally goes down there to that flag and drag. And now they're just crushing his tunnels. Those fiends. Nicely done there by the Blitzcrank Jarvan roaming duo of doom. In the meantime, though, that does mean that the Sivir forced back. She does not have any backup whatsoever, and Fabi is not one you want to be against in a one-on-one. Fabi is super deadly, and if we look at his score, yeah, 6-2-3. Oh! Where's he going? Right up here. And it looks like he's turning around for that Nidalee. Nidalee gonna try to back off here. And there we go. In goes Meteos, lands the pop-up. Zion Spartan just pretty much instantly melts there. Did not even give time for the Lissandra to get in range. And that means this tower is probably going to go down. They have shoved up this creep wave, and they should be able to take down the tower before it ends up cleaning up these minions. And indeed it is. Fabi has managed to take that tower down bottom. There is another tower up here at top. And we do indeed see the Brutalizer here on Meteos. He also has the Ninja Tabby to go ahead, Ninja Tabi. I don't know how to say that. I don't know if it's Tabby or Tabi. I know a lot of people say Tabi, but I'm not sure which one's correct. But anyway, he's got that to go ahead, reduce some of that damage from auto attacks, and just get him a little bit of armor. But honestly, oh. Yeah, they have a lot of AP, so I'm not sure that's completely best, but at the same time, he probably knows Rek'Sai a little better than I do. So we're going to go with that's the right thing to do, because otherwise that would just be weird. They did go ahead and steal his red buff here, which is definitely unfortunate for him. And I'd say he knows it by now. Looks like that tower mid lane has gone down. Rek'Sai wanted to go for this. Meteos going in. No, he's going to go ahead and go for the little Raven guys instead. And now he's going in. Unfortunately, walks into 3, but it's okay because Lissandra's here as well. After move melts, down goes the Nidalee as well. Down she goes to the Rek'Sai Q there. So nicely done. They managed to go ahead, take down the Riven before dying, but unfortunately 2 of them still died. Thresh gets pulled. Thresh is going down, lands his flame, but I don't think it did anything. Yeah, down he goes. He was definitely a bit out of position there. Got pulled by the Blitzcrank, and that resulted in his death. Now we do have Rek'Sai Lissandra combo shoving this up a little bit. Those long-range Qs there from Meteos actually doing quite a bit of damage. And now he's going to go back to his jungle, of course, and continue farming it up. If we look at the Jarvan here, he's still 2 levels behind Meteos. His items, he currently has Stalker's Blade and Boots of Mobility. Whereas Meteos has the Stalker's Blade, Boots, Brutalizer, and a Giant's Belt. So somehow he's gotten way ahead of Jarvan. A lot of that, of course, is from the ganks, which if we look at his score here, he's 7-1-2 at the moment. That is a huge difference right there. And really showing off exactly how well Meteos' ganks have been paying off. Honestly, for what I've seen, Rek'Sai is really super deadly right now. So a lot of times, you don't want your jungler to be getting the kills. In this case, from what I've seen, it's actually perfectly okay for a Rek'Sai to be getting those kills. Because she is so strong right now that she could just rip people to shreds if she does get fed. And that's exactly what's happened so far with Meteos here. Was thinking about going in for a gank there onto the Nidalee up top, but obviously that did not work out as the Nidalee kind of predicted that was going to be the case. Went mid lane and forced Meteos to head back off. Fabi stealing that up. How very mean of you, Fabi. How very mean. But anyway. Meteos responding by going ahead and grabbing some of that CS in the mid lane as well. Unfortunate for Riven, but hey, that's life. Lissandra wanting to possibly go for this. In she goes on that Jarvan. Nope, doesn't end up happening. Rek'Sai does land the Q though. Rux takes a little bit of damage there, but nothing too dangerous. And if we look at the Jarvan, he actually does have a Giant's Belt and double cloth at the moment. So he's actually trying to go ahead and build against Meteos, which I can't say, but really, against Meteos, Riven, and Fabi all together, that's actually a really good thing to stack armor. Their only AP really is that Lissandra, who admittedly does a lot of damage, but you're not going to want to see her focusing their Jarvan. Jarvan just melted fast, though. Riven, in the meantime, doing work here on the Ahri. Out comes the Flay there. Ahri tries to flash away. Meteos was not even in this fight that I could see. Alrighty, so here we go. Is that perspective from Meteos. Looks like he was in the fight there onto the Jarvan, and then he went ahead and backed off. came around from the side thinking that the Riven was going to go ahead and search him. Did come around here as well and go for the Sivir. And landed his Q there. Gonna go ahead and try to chase her down here. She flashes over him, but still gets popped up, and he's able to go ahead and secure that on her. Sorry about the jump there. Unfortunately, the League replay did go ahead and crash, as is sometimes the case. But anyway, did go ahead and get a decent amount there, and I believe he got another kill or two as well. So, not bad there on his part. Not bad for him. And it looks like he is actually spam pinging, saying, hey, hey, dragon, guys, dragon. And there we go. Gonna go ahead and start that up. Nobody else is around here from the red team, so they're gonna be able to grab this for free. Not a bad decision at all. First dragon of the game goes to Meteos here, who is now gonna go ahead and head back. We'll see what he ends up buying now. Oh! Shut down by Zion Spartan. That was pretty unpleasant there. In the meantime, Fabi did go ahead and secure a kill there onto Jarvan, but Zion Spartan came in to clean that up. Riven goes in, Zion's going down. Wait. Yes, he goes down, but Ari does finish the kill there onto Lissandra. Now Riven has to escape. Of course, she's really good at escaping, so she should be fine here. But it ends up being a dragon of multiple kills for multiple kills. So, not really too big of a deal. Meteos has not yet bought, as his carcass is actually out here. Don't want the enemy to see that. There we go. Gonna go ahead and start buying now. He knows that they're not gonna be able to see anything. Bought that ruby crystal. Not really much else he could buy for the moment. And here we go. Going to go to Wraiths. Alright, well, you know, that's fine. I'm gonna ult to go to Wraiths. Hopefully my settings are still okay and that was not too loud for you guys. No, we're still good. Perhaps it's still quiet. Alright, good. That would have been very unfortunate. That thing is so loud. Fabi gonna go ahead and grab up this red buff. Not really a bad idea. And Meteos. Love those tunnels, man. Love those tunnels. That's always really cool. I hope you guys can't see the red border. If you can, I'm sorry. That is not something I really have control over. Meteos goes in again. Lots of damage coming out onto the red team here. Zion trying his best to get out. Looks like he should be able to escape this. Yeah, he will. But the blue team's taking the opportunity to go ahead and shove down this mid lane. In come the minions here. On the other hand, Sivir does have a really good wave clear, so they should be able to go for this. Ooh, they are engaging here. Down goes Fabi. The Thresh is barely surviving. He's still up. Meteos goes in, forces the flash out of Nidalee. And now Lissandra's in a pretty rough position here. Gonna go down as well. Didn't even... Oh, her ult was already down. So these guys overextended a little bit too much that time. And especially Fabi and Skoro here got a little caught out of position. Ended up going down. Gotta watch out though. Zion Spartan wanting to get that kill. Gonna stamp on the tunnel instead though. Finish that off. Trying to hunt down Skoro. Not gonna end up going for it though. Skoro was a little too smart for that. This mid lane tower probably gonna end up going down. The Meteos friend actually did go ahead and secure blue buff, but he is gonna back off now. Do not want to engage when there may be somebody there to back up the Blitzcrank. But going back now, again peppering the land with his tunnels. A really interesting champion, honestly. A very interesting champion. As you can see here, did go ahead, level up that Q first, followed by the Furious Bite / tunnel. And then, of course, the Burrow Unburrow is last. I don't really know what else that one does. I guess it's just the knock-up, probably cooldown would as you level it, and maybe a little bit of extra damage. But honestly, that one's pretty minuscule, so I can definitely see why you would level that one last. And of course, Q is so strong, so very strong, that I can definitely see why you would concentrate on that one first. It's kind of like an old Nidalee Spear, although not quite as deadly. It's really strong, though. Really strong indeed. Another engagement here. Aphromoot able to go ahead and kill off Fabi. Meteos is not in range yet. And we do see the blue team trying to get to a safe position. In the meantime, the red team is just chasing them down. Riven's over there shoving. Oh, Meteos gets grabbed. Does have his ulti though, I believe. Out comes that Lissandra ult. Down goes Meteos. Did not end up using his ulti if he had it. He did have it, but he didn't use it. And he and the rest of his team died there. In the meantime, Riven is going for that tower, going to be able to take it, but we've got the red team going for the Baron here. wisely stomping on the tunnel. They do not want Meteos ulting to them. And Riven's actually going to continue shoving while they're going for this. So if they're not careful, they're going to lose their inhib. Oh, so close, so close. Nidalee did go ahead and teleport back though. So she did save that tower. Riven going to be forced to back off here. Nidalee trying to get the kills. Pikachu may go down. In he goes though. Zion Spartan uses his Zhonya's. Oh, the trade. I don't know who's going to come out ahead here. Oh, it's Zion Spartan. Nice little outplay there from him. And now we do have Meteos back alive, so we will continue following him again. No more tunnels out far enough that he could actually go for a gank. The closest one he could go to was Dragon. So probably not going to go for that, and instead going to start peppering up his own jungle with tunnels again. As well as going for the wolves, of course. I don't think he smited. Oh, he did smite it, didn't he? Because there's the little wolf wraith thing. Not gonna smite this guy though. He does not have the cooldown. Not really needed by this point in the game. That's a really good early game one, but I would imagine by the end of the game it starts to kind of fall off a bit. I'm not 100% certain, but that would be my guess. Ooh, barely missed being grabbed there, so somewhat lucky there because I don't think he knew about the Blitzcrank. Just happened to miss. Alright, so he did actually go for a Randuin's Omen, as well as the Brutalizer, a Spectre's Cowl, and of course that Ruby Crystal. Probably going... Can't think of the item's name at the moment. Not thinking of its name. Either way though, back to the mid lane. Red team's shoving this forward. They're really wanting to go for this tower. Not going to end up being able to do it though. The blue team has managed to go ahead and shove them back. Lissandra being a little risky, but nothing too dangerous. Oh man, Blitzcrank going to shove this tower down. Oh, sorry, tunnel down. Does manage to do it. Had Meteos gone for it to go ahead and take him out. Oh, Rock's going down. Had Meteos gone for it, he would have ended up getting caught out way out of position. Oh, the grab lands on Ahri. In goes Skoro, as well as Meteos. Down goes Ahri to the Tabby. And now the rest of the red team is trying to go. The whole misses from Blitzcrank, gets ulted there by Lissandra. Only survivor left is the Nidalee. And spear comes, lands on Meteos, not going to end up finishing him off though. And there's too many people here for Nidalee to go for this kill. She's going to end up backing off here because if she does not, she's going to go down. She's wanting to just kind of poke him down here with spears. Not landing the spears though for the moment. And again, she's being very risky here. Oh! Down goes Riven. Gets hit by that spear. Fabi barely dodged it. Will they manage to secure the kill on Zion? Got the flash out of him. And it looks like he is not going to go down. Teleport coming out here, or the ulti coming out here from Meteos. And we did actually have a teleport coming in from Lissandra as well, who's going for Zion Spartan. Zion is way out of position here. Jumps away, tries to go for the kill on Fabi. And not going to end up happening. Down he goes to Meteos. Who's going to go ahead and get the cute little guy and kill him again. I feel so bad for this crab. He tries so hard to run away and everybody just kills him dead. But we do have some more extended tunnels again here from Meteos. The red team did manage to go ahead and crush them for a while, but he's slowly been working them out again. Unfortunately, they are going to lose the dragon here. The red team did secure that one. But again, having that tunnel coverage is actually really important for Rek'Sai. She needs to have something to jump to. As we saw there, when she went for that kill there onto Zion, he had to jump to here. And that was really far away from Zion. Had it not been for the TP from Lissandra, there's no way they would have caught her. The only thing that made that actually turn into a kill was that teleport there from Lissandra. Granted, had it not been for both of them, it still would have gone poorly, but the teleport from Lissandra was what made that actually end up being a kill. Thresh Hook does not land, so there will be no engagement quite yet here. Meteos is going to go ahead and head back from the looks of it. His ult should be up. Yes, it is indeed up now. It's pretty decently cool, decently low cooldown here. And will he decide to use it? I don't think so. Just kidding. Here we go. Uses it to get back to Wraiths and not actually going to engage at all. does probably freak out the enemy team. Oh, gets pulled there. And is he going to be able to get out? I believe he flashed, but he gets popped up and down he goes. In the meantime, though, Jarvan went down. The Ari Charm does not land, but they still managed to go ahead and finish off Fabi. Now, Lissandra lands her ulti, though. She is going to go for Aphromoo. Aphromoo goes down. Thresh manages to go ahead and finish off the Nidalee as well. Blitzcrank is the only survivor. Down he goes as well to the Lissandra. So, while, yes, Meteos just got caught out, it ended up working out okay for him. Even though Riven wasn't there, they still managed to do that. I'm kind of confused about how. But they did manage to go ahead and 4 versus 5 that with somebody on their team getting caught out of position. Lissandra just did a lot of damage there. That was a huge part of it. There we go. That's the item I was thinking. Spirit Massage. Could not think of the name. That is the item there, though. Getting some of that magic resist against the Nidalee and the Ahri, because honestly, that's a really good idea. They did manage to go ahead and grab down that tower, though. And now Meteos going back, probably to farm his jungle again. Indeed, goes to the wolves. I believe he's going to go ahead and smite them. Nope, not going to go for the smite on them. I don't know if he's saving his smite for Baron in a minute. I don't think so, though, because it's a pretty short cooldown. No, he's actually going to go for the Gromp. Alright, so maybe I underestimated the strength of that. It's always interesting. That's one of the things I really wanted to see, was what sort of smiting they actually do to see who they grab. And in this case, it is actually going to be Gromp going for that. It gets him that 124 magic damage over 3 seconds every time he gets attacked. So I thought that that was more of an early game thing to go ahead and help clear out the jungle, but apparently it is also really strong for the late game. Or at least strong enough that Meteos prioritizes it over the wolf, which does just give that spirit in there. That was interesting. I don't think he was quite expecting the minions there, but unfortunately for him, they definitely were there. Meteos, everybody's just hanging around here in the mid lane. It looks like the blue team wanted to shove this down, possibly go for that inhib. Looks like Baron is up, though, in right now, so we may see some fighting over that. There we go, it has spawned. And Lissandra circling around from behind. Out comes that speed boost. In goes Lissandra, lands. Not very much, actually. Gets pulled there by the Blitzcrank. In goes Jarvan. Riven lands the stun on him. And really does not go well at all for the blue team. In goes Riven again. Chunks Aphromoo. Aphromoo getting really low. Down he goes. And Riven goes down as well, though, to the Sivir. Pull coming out. In goes both Meteos and the Thresh. Down goes Blitzcrank to Fabi, and actually they just turned this completely around. Got a flash there out of Sivir, and they're probably going to be able to shove down this tower. The spell shield eating the Meteos Q, but honestly, not that bad. Bad at all. Thresh taking up the tower there so Fabi can get out safely. And we do actually see Meteos pinging over there to go to the Baron. And it looks like they are going to do so. I don't think Mark gives vision. Even if it does, spawn down. And there we go. They're going for this Baron. Red team's not close enough. They're all just coming up now. I don't think they'll be able to get here in time. Sivir might be able to do something, but honestly, it's going to be down before she gets there. The only question is, will she be able to clean up? And the answer is no, she will not be able to clean up. She's not even attempted. She's going to back off here. And it's going to give these guys the time to go ahead and go back. Meteos going to go ahead and steal that Gromp, or kill the Gromp again. Not going for the smite this time, of course, as he just used it on Baron. Baron is definitely higher priority for smiting than is the Gromp. But obviously Gromp is slightly higher than Wolves. At least this time it was. Gonna head back now, though, and we'll see if he ends up buying anything else. Well, looks like for the moment he's not gonna worry about it. He's got 2,300 gold. I'm kind of surprised he's not spending that money. I guess there's not really... I don't know. There should be a sub-component that he could buy. There we go. Straight up buys the Tiamat. Out he goes again, going for this tunnel right here, which allows him to get easy access to that dragon. Red team wasn't even close by, but they are still getting the vision control around it, so they can go for it as soon as it spawns, which is right about now. Bloop. Alright, so question is, will they go for it immediately, or are they going to go ahead and force the red team back? It looks like Fabi's shoving them back, and and getting engaged on. Under the tower, down he goes. Definitely a questionable decision there by Fabi. But the blue team still is actually able to zone them out enough for now that they're not going to be able to do Dragon, though. Nope, not going to be able to do Dragon. It would be a 4 versus 5. The Thresh Lantern comes out. Blitzcrank gets pulled. Still not going to fight this, though. Sivir's way the heck back there. So it actually wouldn't be too bad if they did fight this. There we go. In goes Jarvan. And the Thresh got pulled by Blitz. And it looks like he is actually going to go down here. So unfortunately for them, the fact that Fabi died there, Meteos just got pulled as well. He's going down. The death of Fabi there is probably going to make them lose this dragon. If it doesn't, then I feel like the red team's probably not reacting as they should. Because dragon is really important. But they are going to get this tower, and then after that, they'll probably go ahead and go to the dragon. They do have to keep in mind, though, that Meteos has that respawn. He does have a tunnel there. If he can get there, no, they're going to be able to get there, crush his tunnel long before he is back. There we go, and they're going for that dragon. So yeah, that one little misstep by Fabi up top unfortunately has cost them another dragon. So, bit of a misplay there, but that's what happens sometimes. You get a little cocky, see the enemy running away from you every time, and you start thinking, hey, maybe I'm stronger than I really am. Unfortunately for him, that was not the case. Looks like Meteos not going to go ahead and use his ult to get back out to farm the jungle this time. Honestly, probably a good idea on his part. There's not really much out there. My guess is that he is going to smite the chickens. Did he? I could just look at that, and no, he did not. So, I was wrong there. Apparently, that is not something you smite. Yeah, I don't know anything about this new jungle. I have not jungled at all since the patch released, so my knowledge of the jungle is definitely questionable. And that's one thing, that's one reason I decided to go ahead and go for this, go for a jungle cast, just so I could see what other people do, what the pros do, what sort of priorities they have. And so far, it seems like these two things are the highest priority. Looks like he's not really worried about double golems at all. And, of course, Baron is going to be higher priority than anything. In goes Lysandra. There we go. We do have a fight. Lots of damage coming out there. Both Nidalee and Ahri evaporating immediately. Sivir goes down. Blitzcrank goes down. Only one left now is Jarvan. And he should be able to get out of this, but he's not going to be able to defend anything alone. Down goes the top tower. The Rek'Sai and Lysandra combo are going for that middle tower. And it looks like Goro here is going to go ahead and shove this up into the tower. But middle inhib tower goes down, middle inhib goes down as well. My guess is that they will either push to win or go top. It looks like neither of those is the case. They're instead going for Rux, who gets grabbed, is getting pretty darn low. Down he goes. Now they will push to win. They've got 4 seconds to Blitzcrank. That's definitely enough to get a tower, probably to both towers. Blitzcrank is back up. Oh! She jumps out of that one. There we go. Lands the stun onto Riven, and the Nexus goes down. Wow. So that was definitely entertaining. 10-5-15 there for Meteos versus 28-15 for Fabi. Holy cow. So that is going to be the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Again, if you've got any requests, please let me know. If you guys like these more, again, please let me know. I'm willing to cast whatever you guys want. Just, you gotta let me know. Have a good night, guys. Bye.